empty hearts and neon lights. They're playing with my mind. Gotta get out of here tonight. Oh, I wanna run off and fly. And I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone, just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh. I hate all this overthinking. Oh, 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 oh. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver. No more heartbreaks, tears, painkillers. Take me somewhere unfamiliar. Bring me back to where we started out. Get me out of now. To where we started out. Get me out of now. To where we started out. La 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 la, oh oh. Get me out of broken hearts and starting fights, turning truth to lies. Gotta get up, stop wasting time. Yeah, I wanna run off and fly. And I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone, just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh. I hate all this overthinking. Oh, 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 oh. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver. No more heartbreaks, tears, painkillers. Take me somewhere unfamiliar. Bring me back to where we started out. Get me out of now. To where we started out. Get me out of now. To where we started out. Oh no. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Better off, better off. I am wicked, you're insane. But I wouldn't have it any other way. If we're knocked out, we'll go the distance. Pound for pound, we're a perfect match. Pulling punches, we're toe to toe. We're always on the road. Worse or better, we can't stop, we can't stop. 'Cause together, we're better off. And we can. Better off, better off. Better off. I am crooked, you're clean cuts. I'm wide-eyed, your eyes are shut. If we're knocked out, we'll go the distance. Pound for pound, we're a perfect match. Pulling punches, or toe to toe, we're always on the road. Worse
outer space. So cover and duck, you're out of luck, we don't give up. Yeah, we're going up, next floor is us, you're riding with us. We want you to get on your feet. Stand up, stand up, stand up. Come on, get loose with the heat. Right now. Pick up body till we black out. Black out. So get the fuck up.
Hello and welcome everybody to the Streamline Minor League Tournament. I am Lolo Pond, or as everyone calls me Pond, and I am joined today by Assassin.
That's right, Pond. How are you doing, buddy?
Dude, I'm feeling 22, honestly. Today we are going to be seeing a match versus Kira Esports and Myschief Esports, two very, very, very solid teams. This is a matchup I've been looking forward to for quite some time now. Kira Esports being a very aggressive team. They qualified for the APAC Southeast region major and definitely going to be expecting a lot of them. I don't know. Assassin, you know quite a bit about Kira. Is there anything you want to talk about for the team specifically?
Well, indeed, Kira Esports, they are a very disciplined team, in my opinion. Again, not that disciplined. Like in the region, I do believe we had a little bit about this. We had a little bit talk about this before as well in the previous game that I casted with you. I don't quite remember which one that was, but it definitely was on Clubhouse. But yeah, like Kira Esports, they are a very, I would say, frag-relying team. They do rely quite a lot on frags. In terms of the strategies, they don't have a lot under their sleeves, but still, they do have, a trick or two by which they absolutely reign supreme on particular maps. They are, again, a strong team with incredible aim. As I told you, they rely on frags quite a lot. And the way they sort of, play that defense side is kind of interesting. As you were mentioning as well, we were having a bit of a chat and you said Kira Esports. They're a team that played really, really good on the defense. And what exactly did you mean by that? So what exactly is the play style that you are looking forward to as well from Kira Esports?
Yeah, Kira Esports is not a team that will, they're not a team that'll hold specifically on site, because we saw them play on Cafe Dosto. I'm just gonna say Cafe. I always botch the name of that
Cafe
map.
Dostoyevsky, yep.
Dostoyevsky, yes. We got to see them play on Cafe, and the way that they were holding a lot of the objectives was they were holding more of a, they were holding a lot of their operators on a soft roam, playing on the rooms immediately around the objectives. And they also, their roam game was really, really, really dedicated on delaying the attack rather than going for a lot of teams will have a strong roam and they'll have their roamers sit off site, wait for a pick, and then out of nowhere come up and let the attackers know and get a pick and then rotate back to site or get aggressive on picks. They were letting the other team know, we have roamers off site. If you don't clear us, we're going to punish you for that. And it was more of a traditional way you got to see a roam played. and not a traditional way. It's more of the correct way you're supposed to play a roam. A lot of people play a roam hoping to get those picks when in reality the roam are supposed to delay the attack and the picks are more of a plus. So I really liked seeing that. And with them being an aggressive team, I'd say that one of the big things Kira Esports has going for them is their positioning. They position themselves very well. They engage in gunfights very well. They don't just wide peek everything. I really do like the way that Kira Esports does play.
Yeah, Kira Esports particularly have an interesting roam setup, right? So if you look at any of the Kira Esports' games, you might definitely come to know that they are roaming, but again in an effective way. So they have got something which is called as the effective roam, where they minimize the amount of casualties they have, and also they do quite a lot of damage onto the enemy teams. First of all, with their effective roams, they gain intel. Secondly, they go ahead and sort of how to put it, they just put the enemies on crutches by taking out operators like the hard breachers. We have got the operators that deny the wall denials, stuff like that. So yeah, the counters, they sort of get them out, and the way they play out with intel gathering operators such as Mozzie, we have Valkyrie. You're definitely going to be seeing a lot of wildcams as well. So be ready, Pond. It might help you out for some of your ranked games.
Yeah.
But yeah, they are a really well team, and I can't wait to see what exactly they're going to be bringing on the table for this specific match against Myschief Esports. Because as you mentioned, Myschief Esports are sort of like they come really close to replicating the play coming in from Kira Esports, as you have made some of the pointers as well. You had mentioned before that Myschief Esports, they heavily rely on intel and droning, getting intel perfectly before they enter into a particular site, before they enter into the particular building. So yeah, I am definitely going to be seeing a lot of intel gathering operators on board as well. And yeah, well, looking forward to a beautiful game here, Fond.
Yeah, and I definitely want to touch up on Myschief real quick because we've been talking quite a bit about Kira. Player, and on Kira, I want to talk about some players to watch. Death of Mar came up really big for his team last time, and also they had two 1v3 clutches and almost a 1v4 clutch by Death of Mar, but two 1-3 clutches by Ketched. I'm really excited to see how Ketched plays this time. He's a very clutch guy, but I want to talk a little bit about Myschief Esports. I think the reason why this is going to be a really good game is because they do heavily almost mirror each other, but the way Myschief plays kind of almost reminds me of the way the old Team Empire had played, where they will get intel on where to attack on the sites. We got to see them play in Oregon, and they never hesitated on any of the intel. They were very quick to act, especially when they knew what they wanted to bring, and they never brought any 3-speed ops, never brought any dedicated utility ops like Nomad. They brought primarily all fraggers. Their lineups typically consisted of the likes of a Maverick or a Hibana as their hard breach, an Ashe, Zofia, IQ, or we even got to see them mess around a little bit with Buck and Twitch, but those were the only ops that they were bringing. And it was, I really liked their aggressive attacking play style, but even on defense, the thing I think is going to be I don't want to say the determining factor for this game, but it's really going to be seeing how Myschief plays on defense, because Kira played a lot stronger of a defense than I think Myschief had overall. Myschief really threw Ethereal as a hard anchor, and they just played Rage on Valkyrie. I would love to see a Valkyrie ban here, because Rage on Valkyrie, he just ran around clicking heads. I mean, but you again can say the exact same thing about Draft and the same thing about Death Amar. I mean, Death Amar on the SMG11 is really something to see. That being the Kira player, Death Amar, he I think is going to be really the big impact player for them. But the impact player that you're going to be coming in seeing from Kira is going to be Rage and Vexion. I mean, both those guys played super solid. But yeah, I do agree with your point that both these teams are going to be playing very similar attacks, very aggressive attacks. They don't delay at all in the early game. They don't delay at all in the mid game, and they really try and set up their executes to not last in the last few seconds. But you also have impact clutch players on both teams, so it's gonna be a good lineup. So what are you expecting to see Assassin out of maps played today? I know we were talking a bit about that before the stream had started.
Well, yeah, I particularly think that I have been casting quite a lot of matches consisting of Kira Esports. So, as you mentioned it previously as well, that Kira Esports went ahead and banned Clubhouse right at the start of the map veto. Well, it's not surprising to see a Clubhouse ban coming in, considering the fact that nowadays teams are so, good with Clubhouse. Like the way they have learned from the best out there. Teams like we have got Space Station Gaming. Why not? Clubhouse. They have got their own roam setup as well. I did see a couple of interesting roam plays. Just a certain adaptation from the SSG strat, but again, a very good one. Like, trust me, teams, the way they bring out these strats on the table by sort of adapting and observing the professional games, the major games as well. It's kind of interesting to see them putting the effort and fine-tuning a little bit the strat here and there. It's kind of cool to see these teams doing it. But yeah, about Clubhouse. Clubhouse is one map that most of the teams are suitable playing with. And again, it's one of the maps in the map pool that has been there for quite some time. And players are just like, very, very comfortable playing Clubhouse. Now, with Clubhouse out of the way, might be possible we're going to be seeing something like Cafe Dostoyevsky and Villa on board as well. Because Kira Esports, as I told you, they love to play maps like Cafe Dostoyevsky and Villa. It's not like they have a particular favorite, unlike other teams, but yeah, they're sort of okay with maps like Villa, Cafe Dostoyevsky. We've had Coastline as well before, but nowadays they sort of, I don't know, they just don't play much Coastline. But I'm looking forward to an interesting map pick as well. I don't think so Oregon is going to be picked up though. Just keeping in mind the sort of play style both of these teams have. I don't know if Oregon is going to be the right pick or not, but if Oregon is on board, then I'm going to be more than happy to see what kind of an attack setup both of these teams are going to be bringing in, because the defense is pretty much going to be, sort of textbook stuff. Like, if we're going to be running the defense over towards the kids' doms, if doms being all, we're going to be seeing the attack getting reinforced, aggressive wall denials, Thatcher bans coming in. Well, you know the rest.
Yeah, and I actually could be. I think if we do see Oregon, I think I gotta say we'd see a little bit more untraditional defenses. I could definitely see Kira taking the split objectives on the first floor and holding them from above. I think that fits their play style very well. And I think it would be. I personally would love to see a coastline match between these two teams, but I don't think we'll see one. I think both teams understand the frag heavy potential that both of them offer and bring to the table. And I think that taking two of probably the most frag heavy teams in the entire tournament and putting them together on coastline, I think that it would just be, the match would honestly be a 50-50. I think that Kira is very, I think they're very strat heavy. I think that a lot of teams here will play a traditional like ranked style where they'll just bring ops they're comfortable with, and then you see the same ops on every objective. While Kira Esports was really getting I don't know what the word I want to describe it as. They were getting very flexible with what they were able to bring to the table on defense. None of them were really playing the same ops. You got to see Deathamar playing the smoke primarily. You got to see Draft playing that more anchor heavy role. But they never really brought the same operators twice. They never had the same almost setup for multiple sites. They were bringing different operators based on what they needed. We got to see the Wamai played quite a bit on Cafe, and I'm trying to think like of a map that we could see that might take us like a little bit of a surprise. I mean, personally, I'd like to see these teams play Consulate. I think Consulate would be the map that I'd love to see both of these teams play on.
Well, sounds fair. But the thing is, right, like as we talked about players like Death, Amar, and Daft, like Death Amar is that one player I've seen on the attack side. He mostly goes for a sledge or a buck, and the way he plays around with both of these ops, man, like the guy is indeed a heavy fragger, but the way he swings around that C8 SFW, damn, like that recoil. We all know the recoil of the C8 SFW is just all over the place. But the way Death Armor uses that specific gun, right, on the buck, it's just amazing. Also, not to mention, as you said, the SMG11 plays as well. So I'm definitely looking forward to a really good match here between Myschief and Kira Esports in general. Like, I was just going through the pointers that you sent me as well, and the way that you have mentioned each and every player. Props to you, buddy. Good job.
Yeah, I like that analyst role. I like looking at how the game is played. I'm more of a strat guy myself. I always came up with new ways to kind of defend things. Always looking at new angles. Like that's just how I played the game. But yeah, I want to talk about Death Amar for a real quick second here. He played primarily sledge in the game. I don't think because they only had 3 attacks. They had a very commanding victory over Seven Sky. But he played the sledge and only used the SMG11. I don't know if that was just him flexing on the other team on his next level recoil control, or because his recoil control was there. I mean, that man had no recoil on that SMG11. I was thoroughly impressed. I was like looking at a pro league player right there.
Well, haters gonna say that his mouse has got hacked, but yeah, he just goes ahead, just drags down that mouse and gets that recoil straight to the face of his opponents. But I have seen quite a lot of interesting SMG11 plays in this particular region, to be quite honest. We've also got this particular player with the name of Zyro from Level 0 Esports. I don't know if you might have heard about them or not, but Level 0 Esports, they quite are a dominating team in the South Asian region. And there's this particular player with the name of Zyro. Man, his smoke plays, like, it just instantly reminds me of Pojamin from TSM. So yeah, like there are a lot of players in the region that are extremely talented, and the way they have committed their time and their efforts into the game is just I'm just so freaking happy that the entire region is getting quite a lot of recognition and the players are getting a platform to showcase their extreme talents.
Yeah, and it's definitely something I like. I love the Southeast Asia region personally. I like the way a lot of teams play. The teams are a lot less, I don't want to say a lot less toxic, because you definitely do pick up some toxicity looking at you Team Peaked. But I like the way, yeah, just gotta call them out for that one.
Yeah, the thing is, toxicity is gonna be there, right? Toxicity is always gonna be there. No matter what game you pick, online multiplayers, toxicity is definitely going to be there. But again, the cute thing about the Southeast Asia region is that it's not that big as well. Like, if you look at it from a competitive aspect, it's not that big of a scene. But again, it's a small, cute little region where, each and every player, they are, sort of friends outside, IRL, they are friends. Both of the teams, they sort of know what the others do, what the others like to play, which map they like to play. So it's kind of interesting to see, they just going ahead and target banning each and every one of the players out there. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny that the metas that you see in Southeast Asia, like I know you were mentioning before about adapting the SSG strat. I think I mean, personally, I think it's funny, the adaptation, because the SSG strat is a very risky one, because if teams push into Garage or teams push into Moto, or not Moto, sorry, if they push into Stock Hatch, that's it, like, you're done. And we don't see a lot of teams actually try and hold stock from above. We don't see a lot of teams attempt to try and hold Garage, and they don't have the what is it? They don't have the call in order to rotate back to site. They really just kind of do their they kind of do their own thing. They roam on the second floor of Clubhouse, and then they'll rotate back whenever. When a lot of the times we see that defense fail, because the thing that makes the defense so strong is that you delay the attack for so long. You hold those key entrances to the site. You have a player making sure that they cannot push dirt, but we don't see that. And as soon as dirt is opened, or as soon as they get electric or they get stock hatch and kitchen hatch, teams are supposed to rotate back. But and we see a lot of teams attempting to do that, but we don't see them hold it from above the same way. But I gotta say, I do like the Southeast Asian team. I like how all the teams definitely know each other outside. You see some toxicity, but it's not like you're always gonna see toxicity, but it's not that like negative sort of that's just kind of scummy type. It's more so just like teams are kind of joshing around with each other, and I like that.
Yeah, just messing around, having their time here, having fun, playing each other. And that's pretty much it about that specific topic as well. Well, I was just going through the analyst notes that you made, and I just saw you mentioning that Ethereal was the hard anchor for the side of Team Myschief Esports. Like, he was also acting as the hard breacher for the team. So basically, he might be the one who might be picking up something like the Maverick. As you mentioned, the Maverick or the Hibana, they mostly rely on the 3-speed operators.
Yeah.
So I was kind of wondering about Ethereal as well. Like, what exactly is that that one point that you made about Ethereal, that he can be that hard anchor. So it might be possible he's going to be just going ahead and asking his team to, like, go ahead, boys, you just roam around. I'm going to be holding on to the site with whatever gun I have. And you mentioned that he primarily plays the smoke on defense. Now, are we going to be seeing some counters as well? Are we going to be seeing some insane plan denials? Or are we just going to be seeing a replica of Death Armor on the side of Myschief Esports?
Like, we could be seeing some direct counters. I mean, I don't know a whole ton about Myschief. I know that Kira has the ways they like to play. Kira does play very frag heavy. I don't think they're as intel heavy. They don't utilize their drone economy the same way that Myschief was. But yeah, I mean, Ethereal, you see the hard anchors. You see the hard anchors typically play that smoke. Smoke's got a very powerful secondary in the SMG-11. He's able to make those rotates with his shotgun. Unless somebody decides to bring the FMG9 as smoke, and in that case, I'll be praying for you to find the light ways of using that shotgun. But he has breach denial. He has the shield. He's really, I'd say, one of the most complete operators. He has everything you need as an anchor. And I think what's interesting is we got to see Death Amar play that smoke anchor role on defense, but on attack, he was entry frag. 100% entry frag. And Ethereal has the potential of being an entry fragger, but then would play the smoke on defense. So I think I personally really, really liked the decision of doing so. I like that decision. I like it when you have an entry fragger playing a little bit less aggressive on defense. Yeah. So right now, we are going to be going to a quick little break. We're waiting for some of the teams to get in before we can start the map ban phase. We will be back in a minute, and you'll get to hear me and Assassin's beautiful voices casting over the map ban phase.
my best friend to 23. She left her body and hovered above me. I saw no shadow, I looked around, searched every building and home that I found. I saw no shadow, but felt a glow. The warmth inside me, it kept me afloat. It felt like heaven had found my bones and gave me comfort when I feel alone. Now you're gone, I'm alone. I guess it's time to get better. Through the pain, I will go alone. If I fall, break my bones, I will scream even louder. 'Cause I'm not dying alone. I lost my best friend to 23. She left her body and hovered above me. My best friend to 23. I heard the heavens crying above me. They gained an angel, I lost a friend. I felt like dying again and again. I went through hell, stared at death, but I keep fighting with each living breath. I saw no way out from where I stood. Felt like the fire had burned me through. Now you're gone, I'm alone. I guess it's time to get better. Through the pain, I will go alone. If I fall, break my bones, I will scream even louder. 'Cause I'm not dying alone. I lost my best friend.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed sad to know that Kira Esports are going to be forfeiting from the match. That's right. They have got some tech issues going on currently. They have no power. They've got internet issues going on as well. So I don't think so. They're going to be able to play a specific match against Myschief Esports. So, well, yeah, kind of feels really bad because me and Pond were looking forward to an amazing game, and well, I do think so that Pond is really sad. It's kind of silent as well. See you guys.
Yeah, a little upsetting to see. That they won't be able to play the match today, especially after hyping it up as much as we did. But I'm hoping everything goes well. I'm hoping that the team does better. Excited to see Kira play in the. I'm excited to see Kira play in the
Majors,
in the majors, and I'm hoping they go far. I'm rooting for Kira. It was tough to hear last minute that they wouldn't be able to play today, but it's not for the fact that they have too much going on preparing for the major. It's more so they've got a lot of other stuff going on. So yeah.
Well, that is kind of interesting as well, right? When teams just sort of forfeit because of technical issues, and then there are these specific circle of players and fans that they say that, you know, this team is just way too busy preparing for the big thing, man. They're not going to be playing our tournament.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's not true, guys. They have got legit technical issues. They've got power and internet issues as well. So it is very unfortunate for them to not be able to play the specific game. But yeah, we wish them all the best for their future tournaments. And Pond, I'm going to be seeing you in the next one then, maybe.
Absolutely. I'll be seeing you on the next broadcast. I will not be broadcasting tomorrow, and today I'm just about to go enjoy my birthday, and I'm going to have a wee old dandy time. So thank you, everybody, for joining us today. Please tune in tomorrow for our match. I believe we're going to be having a match at 8 o'clock. It will be pulling this up now. It'll be Roaring Tiger versus Tilt Esports at 8 p.m. GMT +8. And we'll be seeing my man Shadowween play. What's
Hold on a
up?
second. I'm just going to stop you right there. Guys, we have to wish our lovely custard Lulupond a happy birthday. That's right. Pond. Happy birthday,
man.
buddy.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's have some happy birthday spams in the chat, boys.
Yeah, not a big birthday man myself. I don't really make a huge deal out of it. It's I don't know. It's just another day for me, but it'll be a fun time. I was looking forward to casting the match today. Myschief Esports moving on. I have a good feeling Myschief's gonna win this whole tournament. But yeah, I want to thank everybody. Thank you for happy birthday spam. Thank you for everything you brought us today. I hope you guys all have a great day as well, or good night. I don't know what time zone everyone's in, and tune us in tomorrow to see my boy Shadowween from Tilt Esports play the likes of Tetsuya from Roaring Tiger.
this gravity, it keeps bringing me down. I can't breathe and I don't wanna die. Can we stop this gravity? 'Cause I don't wanna say goodbye. I forgive the pain you gave to me so long ago. Sleepless nights I laid awake just begging to let go. I almost got to suicidal thoughts, but you stepped in. An angel sent from heaven showed me how to live again. Now I'm falling and I can't see the ground. Can we stop this gravity? It keeps bringing me down. I can't breathe and I don't wanna die. Can we stop this gravity? 'Cause I don't wanna say goodbye. My love, I'm gone. I need to be strong. The darkness it tried to swallow me. Some days I fall, but I hear your call. I pray I don't hit the ground. Gravity. 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 Gravity.
So cliche. I see the sparks you throw my way. I know your name is written on everyone's mind. Your whole show is captivating me, but don't think that I can see right through that disguise. But when you got close to me, you had me falling so hard, baby, yeah, now I get it. You got heads turning, and you don't even try. Well, would you look at that?